In Japan, if you feel sick or get flu, we need to use our paid holidays because we don't have sick leaves. Yeah.
It feels unfair.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's not your fault that you're
Yeah.
sick. So
Right. Your thoughts on Japanese working culture and the way Japanese people work?
they work a lot,
Yes.
and when the work is done, they go to a pub with their boss,
Yes.
and then they have a little drink, and
Right.
and then they can express themselves to their boss because everybody had a little drink, and then they can be a little bit more forthcoming.
Yes.
I think it's a bit strange.
Yes.
I don't see like too much difference between maybe Mexico and Japan in the work culture. Maybe some of them, for example.
Today,
You're welcome.
I'm Louis.
Hi.
What's your name?
I'm Ken.
Ken. So where are you from?
I'm from Belgium.
Belgium. And are you traveling here?
Yes, we're traveling
Traveling
as tourists.
as a tourist.
Yes.
So how long are you staying in Japan?
About 21 days, 19, 21 days.
19, 21 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your job?
I work in the entertainment industry. I work in the entertainment
Entertainment industry.
Yeah, I work for an opera, the Opera House in
Opera.
Antwerp,
Okay. In Belgium.
in Belgium. Yes.
Okay. So are you an employee or self-employed?
No, I work for a boss.
Okay.
I'm employed for it's an big opera house, and
Okay.
I work for the opera house. So.
Okay. Question is regarding paid holidays.
Yes.
In Japan, the law ensures minimum of 10 days
Mhm.
paid holidays for a year.
Yeah.
After 6 months, we joined the company.
Yeah.
And how many paid holidays do you get minimum, and what's the legal minimum in your country?
Oh, I don't know what the legal minimum is in our country, but I know that I have at least 3 weeks of holiday.
At least 3 weeks.
At least, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and most people have more. Like when you're a teacher, for
Yes.
instance, you have 2 months or so
Yes.
because school.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Because school closes for 2 months, and then the teachers they have holidays as well, like the students.
Wow.
And for us, the opera house closes for 6 weeks,
Yes.
so I have at least 4 weeks that I have off.
At least 4 weeks.
Yeah,
you
at
have.
least 4 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you usually do with the paid holidays in your country?
Well, for me personally, mostly renovating the house
Yes.
or go to beautiful Japan.
Okay. So people have a vacation and traveling abroad.
Yeah, I think most people they take advantage of going to holiday trips or
I
meeting
see.
family or like I do, renovating houses or and stuff like that.
I see.
So take some personal time.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. And do you get paid holidays immediately after joining the company or some months?
You have them immediately,
Yes.
the paid holidays, but it's not that much.
Not that
So it accumulates. The longer you work, the longer the
more
holidays.
you get.
Yeah.
I see. So most Japanese people don't use that 10 paid holidays all. So the government made a law about we must take 5 days for a year.
Yeah.
But most Japanese people take 5 days separately,
Okay.
not together.
No.
Because there is a kind of a pressure to apply the paid holidays connect together.
Yeah.
So do you have kind of things in your country?
I think when we do a lot of hours, working hours, we have what they call recoup hours.
Recoup hours.
Yeah, so that means you done so many hours that you have extra holidays. So
see.
you can have, if you worked for 10 days straight, then maybe you can have 2 or 3 days off that you choose.
Oh,
Because you worked
Okay.
so much, then you have extra days, and that has nothing to do with the vacation days. So that's separately. So if we take our vacation, our
Yes.
holidays, we take them all together. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
okay. So
and some people they take a day off or something for personal reasons.
okay. So you say you have a 4 weeks paid holidays for you.
Yeah.
And you use them all in a year.
Yeah.
And if you apply to boss, okay, I'm going to travel, so I'm going to take 4 weeks off,
Mhm.
and your boss will say, oh, it's okay if you finish your job.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah.
No pressure.
No, there's no pressure. No.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the job, of course. You have to see not everybody can go on vacation all at once.
Yes.
So most of the time when families with children, for instance, they take their holidays when there's official holidays.
Yes.
And other people, they will take their vacation days in separate
Yes.
weeks or
Yeah.
during different periods.
Yes. I
So it's
see.
not always during a holiday or a
But-
holiday season.
But
it
most
can
people take like at least 2 weeks or something like
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah,
very
of
common
course.
to.
Yeah, it's very common. Yeah,
And
yeah.
1 month is not special.
No.
It's okay. People do that.
Yes, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Regarding sick leaves,
Mhm.
in Japan we don't have sick leaves.
No?
Yeah, there is no law about sick leaves.
Okay.
Only some company have, but most company don't have.
Okay.
Do you have sick leaves in your country?
Yeah, of course.
And there is a law about sick leaves.
Yeah. We have a very strong union
Yes.
that protects the people
Workers.
from
Yes.
protects the workers. When you're sick, you keep a big part of your pay,
Yes.
but you stay home to recoup to get better,
I see.
and then you return back to your job.
Okay. So most Japanese people don't know about what sick leave is. So can
Ah.
you explain very shortly, please?
Well, yeah, sick leave is just that literally when you're sick you stay home.
Yes.
Just to be sick at home, because otherwise you infect everyone around you. So you take care of yourself,
Yes.
and when you're feeling fine, when you're all better, of course you do have to consult a doctor.
Yes.
And you get a paper from the doctor which set the period that you need to be at home.
Yes.
So you do have to have a paper. It's not that, okay, I feel a little bit sick and I stay home. That's not how it works. You have to go to the doctor. He gives you a paper and it says how long you will have to stay home.
And you need to submit the documents from doctor to your company.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And if you use sick leaves, you get full payment,
Well, not full. I think it's up to 70% or something.
70%.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It depending on where you work and what but I think it's about 70% that you keep.
Okay. And how many days do you have sick leaves in a year?
As long as you're sick.
As long as you're sick.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is no
There's no limit.
if
No.
you break your legs, if it take longer, you can
Yeah.
apply.
Yeah, of
I see.
course. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
see.
there are people that are sick for more than a year or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So does it affect your promotion or salary?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at
It's
all.
very fair.
Yeah. If you're sick, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I see. Okay. So, in Japan, if you feel sick or get flu,
Mhm.
we need to use our paid holidays because we don't have sick leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels unfair.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's not your fault that you're
Yeah.
sick. So
Right.
there's nothing you can do about it. So.
Yeah. So we have really few paid holidays,
Mhm.
but if we get sick, we need to use our paid holidays. So
There's
we don't
nothing.
have
There's nothing left.
There's nothing left. So we
No.
don't have enough to travel abroad.
No.
Yes.
No. Of course not.
Yeah.
I see. And also, when we have to take our vacation days, because if we don't,
Yes.
we have to pay the government for those days that we're not working.
Oh, so you get payment if you don't use your paid holidays? You mean?
No, you have to pay the government back the money,
Oh, you
because
have
you're
to pay
not
the government
because
back.
normally if you take your holiday, it's like paid vacation. So you get a little bit of money, not your full payment,
Yes.
just a little bit, but you have to take those. But if you work instead, you earn more.
Yes.
So because you earn more, you have to pay back the government the money that you make during your holiday.
That's interesting. That's an interesting
Yeah.
system.
So you can choose not to go on a holiday, but it will cost you money. You will have to pay the government some fee back
Yes.
when you're doing your taxes at the end of the year.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you work overtime often or?
Yeah, I do
Yes.
because I work in the entertainment. So
Yes.
when there's an opera, when there's a show,
yeah, right.
and of course, it's still very late at night,
Yes.
and yeah, sometimes it's a lot of work, a lot of hours.
Yes.
So by the end of the month, I have quite a few extra hours.
Extra amount.
Yeah.
And company will pay you additional payment, right?
For me, we can choose.
Yes.
We can choose to change the hours into days,
Yes.
and then we have extra holidays,
Yes.
or we can choose to pay them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like you can save.
You can save money by
Oh,
by doing extra hours, and then you can you can save that money, extra money, and then if you go on a holiday, you have extra money.
Okay, I see. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's a very good system.
And in Japan, most people work overtime,
Mhm.
and there is a custom called unpaid overtime in here. So if you work like 15 minutes or 30 minutes or sometimes 1 hour, 2 hours, no, for free.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
do you have that something in your country?
More or less, yeah. If it's like 15 minutes overtime, I'm not gonna charge
Right.
them for doing that. But if it takes me 2 hours to
Yes.
get something done extra, yeah, then of course they have to pay me for that,
Right.
because it's eating into my own time, so it's my
Sure.
personal time, so they have to pay me for that. But if
Right.
it's only like 15 minutes or so, it's fine. It's fine.
I see. And do you have kind of pressure to leave earlier than your boss if you finish job?
Well, my boss is usually not even there, so we don't. It's not like
It's not like
he's
that.
constantly there. He has his own job and he's doing other stuff. So
Yeah.
and we're all working and doing our stuff. So
Yeah,
when we're done, we leave.
we leave.
Yeah.
So,
We have like an in between boss,
yes.
and yeah, when our work is done, we ask him if it's okay that we leave, and then okay, if he says yes, it's fine, then we all go.
Oh, that's very fair because we
Yeah.
in Japan, if your coworkers or everybody work,
Mhm.
but you finish on time,
Mhm.
there is very it's very hesitate and it's very difficult to leave earlier
Yeah.
because everybody still work on there.
Yeah.
Do you,
Yeah,
You don't have
I
that.
feel no,
So-
I feel that it's
I
it's
feel
kind of the same. It's when you, yeah, if you're the only one that is it's already done, or
Yeah.
just with 2 or 3 guys, and
Yeah.
and everybody else is like 15 people still working,
Yeah.
you feel a little bad
Yes.
sometimes. But
Yes.
everybody has his own job, his own
Yes.
specification.
Yes.
So yeah, when your job is done, it's
Mm.
done. So there's nothing you can do about it. It's
I
not
see.
that you can help them out because you don't know anything about that job. So you just
Yes.
keep to your own, and
I see. I
yeah,
see.
that's the end of the day.
I see. And do you work 8 hours in a day and 5 days?
No, we have a 38 week.
38 week
Yeah, so we work 38 hours in a week,
in a week. Yeah.
and we work 6 days out of 7.
Okay.
But it can change. Sometimes we work less, sometimes we work more. So on average, it's 38.
It's flexible.
It's flexible. Yes.
I see.
Yes.
And company expect you in Japan. A company expect you to have loyalty to the company.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes Japanese people work for the same company like more than 10 years or sometimes 40 years. All the people, and they need to sacrifice their
Yeah.
time to the company.
Yeah.
In your country, does the company expect you to do that?
No, not anymore. It used to be like that.
Oh, okay.
People that worked for like 25 or 30 years for the same company, and when they retired, they got a golden watch and stuff like that. But
Yes.
they don't do that anymore.
Okay.
It's normal that you change jobs like every 3 to 5 years or something. You change jobs, you go to someplace else, or yeah, it's just personal. If you think that I've seen it all in this job and I want to do something else, then you're free to go. There's nobody will
Okay.
will find it strange or anything.
If you find better opportunity, you move.
Of
to.
course, yeah. If you can better yourself, you just move on to the next one.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Last question.
Sure.
What are your thoughts on Japanese working culture and the way Japanese people work?
Well, I don't know much about it because I cannot speak of personal experience, of course. But what I hear is that they work a lot,
Yes.
and when the work is done, they go to a pub with their boss,
Yes.
and then they have a little drink, and
Right.
and then they can express themselves to their boss because everybody had a little drink, and then they can be a little bit more forthcoming.
Yes.
I think it's a bit strange.
Yes.
We don't really feel the need to be all like friends.
Yes.
We're just co-workers, and
Yes.
when the day is done, we just go home
Yeah.
and go to other friends and family and stuff like that. It's good to have a camaraderie that you have friends amongst colleagues. It's good for the atmosphere,
Yes.
but it's not really necessary. I think
Right.
it doesn't change the way you
Right.
work or anything. So
Right.
I think more personal time would benefit the Japanese people a lot if they had more time to just relax and
Yes.
just like the day when everybody the sun is out and everybody's just relaxed and walking
Yes.
around. I think that will be much better, and I think
Right.
you would be much more productive because
Right.
just sitting at a desk because they expect you to be there for more than a few hours,
True.
but you're not doing anything. You're just scrolling Facebook
Yeah.
and Twitter or whatever. I don't think that. I don't know why your boss would pay you for just being there. I
Yeah.
mean, just go home and do something else.
Yeah.
But that's just my idea. I don't know.
Thank you. But they won't pay you because
Yeah, so
as I
especially
said,
if they're
it's unpaid.
yeah, especially if they're not even paying you. So
Yeah.
why sit there? Just go home and do something
Right.
else that interests you.
True.
I don't know.
That's very true. Yeah. Thank you for your time today.
You're welcome.
Interview is over.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So thank you for your time today. I'm Louis. What's your name?
My name is Angel.
Leslie,
Okay. Where are you guys from?
I'm from
Mexico.
Mexico.
Mexico. Okay. So you're traveling Japan.
Yes.
yes,
How many days do you plan to stay here?
14.
14 days.
Yes, 14
Okay.
days.
So I will ask you some questions about the work culture in your country, and I will start asking you paid holidays first.
Okay.
Paid holidays. So, first, are you employed or self-employed?
Employee.
employee. Yeah.
Okay. And what's your job?
I'm an engineer, an SAP consultant.
Okay. Consultant.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm an educator, but currently I'm working on the USA, so it's
Oh,
kind of
you are
different.
working in USA.
I'm
now.
Mexican, but yeah. I'm
Educator.
working- Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
You mean teacher?
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay. Okay. And in Japan, we have we have 10 paid holidays minimum in a row for a year. How long do you have in your country?
That's a good question.
You mean pay holidays like
If you day off,
Mhm.
like a traveling or company pay you.
okay, like let's say vacation days?
Yes.
Okay. In
Not
Mex-
Saturday, Sunday.
No.
No.
In Mexico, by law, we have now I think 10 days per year.
10 days per year.
Yes.
It's the same as Japan, I think.
Yes, and it will increase I think 2 days per year.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So how about in
In my
US?
case, I'm not quite sure about the exact number, but it's pretty much the same.
Pretty much
Yeah.
the same. Okay. So what do you do when you take paid holidays? Mostly people usually traveling abroad or
Okay, in my case, I like to travel up around the world. 6 months ago, I was in Brazil. Then 2022, I was in Colombia. 2021, I was in Turkey. So I would like to do that. Most of my colleagues also like to do that. Some of them take the days off to just to rest because of the stress work,
yes.
and that's it.
Okay. So in Japan, it's very hard to take paid holidays 10 days together.
Mm-hmm.
So most Japanese people do like one day January or
Oh,
like a one day April or something like that.
mhm.
Because we have kind of pressure to apply our paid holidays to both. Like if I say like 5 days together, 10 days together, we're really hesitate to apply that. How about in your country? Do you have something like that, or it's very easy to apply like 5 days, 10 days together?
In my case, it's hard to get all the days together,
Okay.
so you need to split it. like-
Separate.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In my case, well, it depends. Sometimes it can be easy, especially like Christmas Eve or like these
Yes.
special holidays.
Yes.
It can be easy for you to take more days together.
Yes.
But for the rest of the year, it's quite complicated because everything depends on your boss. The boss have
Right.
like the final decision at the end of the day.
Right. So is it common to travel abroad using your paid holidays in your country?
Yes.
Many people do that.
Yes.
So there is a vacation kind of culture in your country.
Yes.
Okay.
There is.
I see. So how long usually? 2 weeks, 1 week, or 1 month?
Oh no, I would like to say like 5 days.
5 days.
Yeah, for example, you can start on a Thursday, so you take Thursday off, Friday off,
Yes.
Saturday, Sunday,
Okay.
and Monday you can come back to work.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Thank you. Okay. And about sick leaves, do you have sick leaves in your country or in your company?
We do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's kind of hard in Mexico, but yes, we have.
You have.
Not
Yes.
so many, but we do have in the
Not
USA.
so many.
Yeah.
In Japan, there is no law about sick leaves, so most Japanese company don't have, and most Japanese people don't know about sick leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you explain briefly about sick leaves?
Yes, I will tell the experience at least in Mexico. In Mexico, if you have like if you're sick, you have to go to the public hospital
Yes.
to get the justification.
Okay.
So they give you like, okay, maybe you have flu that is 2 days in home, and that's it. You cannot take more than those 2 days.
So salary get from company or
The
government?
salary it's covered a percentage by the company and a percentage by the public hospital, by the government.
Okay.
In the USA, you earn a sick day like every 2 months or so.
Yes.
So you can use one by one. If
Yeah.
you need more than 2 days in a row, you need the same, pretty much the same, like a note from the doctor saying that you have
So
this or that.
If you have a doctor's document
Mhm.
and you submit to the company, and you can take day off as a
Yes.
sick leave, and you get full payment.
I'm not sure about the full payment, to be honest.
In Mexico, it's not the full payment; it's just a percentage. But I don't remember
How much?
how much.
But it's like more than half.
Yes,
More
more
than-
than a half. It can be like 60%.
Okay, 60%.
Yes.
In Japan, if we get flu or if we get fever,
Mhm.
we need to use our paid holidays
Really?
because we don't have sick leaves most in a lows. But only some big company maybe
Mhm.
have that,
Mhm.
but normally no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
And okay, regarding overtime, how many hours do you work per day? And I mean, how long
Okay.
hours do you work per day, and how many days do you work per week?
Okay. In Mexico, by law, the maximum amount of hours that you can work is 48 hours per week. So
8 hours.
yes. So this makes it 8 hours per day.
8 hours per
Yes.
day.
And you have like lunch time that is an additional hour. So you spend, let's say, from 7 to 4 or 7 to 5 in the office, but you have one lunch hour in that period.
I see. And do you work overtime often or sometimes?
No, at least in my area, it's not common. But for example, if we talk about manufacturing, it's more common, and you get paid.
Mm.
If you work overtime, you get paid an extra 50% of the time that
Additional.
you work.
Okay, I see. How about you? In
40
USA?
hours per week.
40 hours per
So
week.
that's 5 days,
5 days.
per week.
Yes.
And we also have 1 hour for lunchtime. Overtime, at least in my case, is not very common in the place that I work at.
Yeah.
But I know that some people choose to do the overtime because life is expensive in the
Ah,
USA,
yeah, right.
so they
to
do
get
like
more
it.
money.
Exactly, yeah.
Right,
Or
right.
they have two jobs at the same time, like
Oh,
two part
side
times.
jobs.
Mhm,
Oh.
Exactly.
In Japan, people usually work overtime,
Mhm.
but sometimes company don't pay you for additional hours. So there is a culture called unpaid overtime work.
Hmm.
If you stay like over 30 minutes or 1 hour, or sometimes longer, it's free,
Okay.
no pay.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you have that kind of?
Yes. Yes. I mean, it can be maybe like an hour, max
Yeah.
2 hours, but no more than that. Then also something that is like kind of common in Mexico is like time from time to time. Like for example, if I'm gonna stay more time this day, maybe 3 hours more. Okay, maybe those 3 hours I can leave early one day. Like maybe the Friday instead leaving at 5, I can leave at 2 p.m.
So if you work overtime, you can save the hours you work
Yeah.
overtime, and you can leave earlier than the other day.
Yeah, kind of. It's not something legal, but it's more like a normal
Ah.
agreement between you and your boss.
Cultural thing.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
see. How about in US? you definitely get paid if you work overtime in your country.
Yeah, they pay you a lot for overtime. I'm not sure about the exact numbers or what is it like because I've been living in the USA just for 2 years. So I'm
Okay.
not very familiar with it
Okay.
at the moment. But yeah.
Okay. In Japan, if you finish on time your job, there is kind of a pressure to leave earlier than your boss or manager if they still work,
Okay.
and if your coworkers, everybody work, but I finished on
Yes.
time. There is kind of a
It's not
difficult,
it's not
challenging
well
to leave
seen.
early.
Mhm.
You
Yes.
have that in your country?
Nah, no, not
No?
really.
So finish
not really.
job and
Yes.
leave on time.
Yes.
That's normal.
Most likely,
Yes, that's
yeah.
normal.
Okay.
Also, something that I have to tell you, I don't know if you guys have like some public holidays now that you talk about the if we work extra time in Mexico, we have like some public holidays, okay, like New Year's, Independence
Yes.
Day, Revolution's Day. If you work on that day, you get paid an extra 200% of
Really?
that day.
200%.
Yes, only for that day.
National holiday. If
Yeah,
you work a
national holidays.
holiday, you get
It's not
Twice.
common. It's not common to work on those days, but if you have to, you get paid.
I see. So shops and office buildings close on national holidays.
More than office buildings, shops like mall,
Yeah.
those are open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but offices,
Like the
they are all
services.
closed. Yes.
I see. Okay. So in Japan, company expect you to have loyalty to the company. So that's why people usually work overtime for free, and
Okay.
and people work for the same company long years, like 10 years or sometimes 40 years,
Okay.
because company expect you to have a loyalty to the company. Do you have kind of loyalty? Having loyalty to the company is important or something like that. Do you have that? No,
Definitely not.
definitely no.
Mm-mm.
No. At least in Mexico, in the most recent years, I've been working in the same company for 7 years.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I have seen like many coworkers going out, leaving, and they coming back because the company is not bad at the end of the day.
Yes.
But no, there's no loyalty. At least like it depends in the generation. Okay, like our age, some of my colleagues they quit and they get another job,
Yes.
another job, another job.
Yes.
Elder people stay at one company.
One company.
Yes.
I see. Okay. So the last question. What are your thoughts on the Japanese working culture and the way how Japanese people work?
I feel like they work a lot
Yeah.
more than other countries. That's my first thought about
Yes.
it. Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
Yes. I think the same. You work a lot, guys. Maybe that is not good, definitely, but it's something cultural. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, at the end of the day, that's how maybe you get raised by your parents or your grandfather. That's coming for generations. I don't see like too much difference between maybe Mexico and Japan in the work culture.
Yes.
Maybe some of them, for example, if there is like I don't know, maybe yesterday that it was Friday in Mexico, everybody leaves early. It doesn't
really?
matter what. Yeah,
Like 3 p.m. or
yeah, like 3 p.m. or we took like a long lunch time.
Yes.
Like instead of being an hour, it can be 2 hours lunch
It's called
time.
siesta.
Yeah.
Siesta, yeah. So not anymore, but many years ago there used to be like meal time.
Yes.
You had like 1 or 2 hours. If you are like a business owner, you could close the store and leave
Really?
for a couple hours, and then you come back.
So you
Yeah.
come home and you spend 2 hours
Yes.
for lunch break and come back to work again.
Exactly.
Yes.
Some people still do it. It's not common anymore.
Yes.
But I know that we Mexican people are known to be hard workers, but not that much.
But
You
if you
know.
have 2 hours lunch break, you are what time you finish work? It's going to be a delay, right? So it's
Yes.
like 9 to 5 hours if it's your work time, if you get 2 hours break, it's going to be 6 or 7, isn't it?
Yes,
So people finish work kind of late, isn't
kind
it?
of
In
late.
there.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I see. Okay, so thank you for the interview. That's all I want to ask. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks so much.